Continuing our conversation this morning with State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister just about the future of education here in Oklahoma, especially at a time where it seems like we're in the middle of a complete education crisis here in our state. But we had a lot of viewers chime in, and so let's get straight to our viewer questions. We had Anthony write in, will Oklahoma finally consolidate school districts, eliminate some admin positions, and maybe even combine some schools to lower costs and give money back to education? And I know you kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but for those just tuning in, what's your answer there?
You know, I think you will see more of a sharing of resources, and absolutely you will see more school districts who are already in conversations about consolidating continue that. We work with them at the State Department on a voluntary consolidation basis. You need to make sure your viewers understand that if there was forced consolidation, that is something that has to come through the legislature. But we are working with districts right now who are asking, how do we make the best step forward for our kids? And it's very important that we also realize that some of our smaller school districts are our highest performing school districts. So we hope that people recognize the individuality and look at what is best for kids, and that will continue to be what guides me.
A lot goes into it.
That's
other
right.
than just what you see on paper, consolidating those school districts. This next one we have is from Nicole. Teachers are leaving by the numbers for many reasons. What are you going to do in order to entice them to stay? I looked at numbers, I think, from 2015 and 2016. We're 49th in teacher salary across the country. What are you doing to entice them to stay? Nicole wants to know.
You know, I was having a chat on private message on Twitter with a teacher early this morning, about 4 in the morning, who was saying that he is actually going to Indiana to take the teacher certification test there over the Christmas break. Breaks my heart. This is someone who teaches some of our most advanced students in a really great district. So it's really hard when we see people leaving for opportunities just to survive and work in the profession and remain there. So what we have to do, I think, is one, continue to advocate, and we will continue that. I will take that advocacy to the legislature, and yet the other thing is we have to be able to give support. We have respect that is really due our teachers, the most noble of professions, and one that is critical for our state to grow and thrive and develop and attract business and industry here. We need the best of the best. And we have great people here with great hearts, and many people who have jumped into the profession saying, I want to be part of the solution. Now we just need to build on that. But one of the forecast indicators is just that when we look at our schools of education, we see enrollment really on the decline. Our largest school of education in the Northeast is actually experiencing a 30% drop in enrollment over the last 2 years. So this problem
Why is that?
This is absolutely the problem that we're talking about right now, with lack of competitive pay, a sense that the problems are overwhelming, and that you're dealing with trauma before you can teach, and that is true in many of our classrooms. We see people, I think, that want to be a part of something if they can make a difference. We need to communicate to them they can, and then we need to clear the path so that they will.
Okay, when you were talking enrollment, you meant enrollment for teachers and not
yes,
enrollment for students.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, I got it.
Our School of Education colleges.
Got
yes.
you. Okay.
The largest one had a 30% decline in enrollment over 2 years.
UCO was down too.
Yes.
Going for teachers as well.
And obviously funding is a monumental part of this discussion, but other viewers had some other questions
Sure.
too. We were talking during break, you and a panel of about 95 people and educators working to kind of make updates to our state's report card system. So Paula wants to know, she wrote in and said, how are you ensuring that a district's A through F report card truly measures a school's performance or quality?
Actually, that is a great segue into the important work that will be posted for the public to be able to view this week. And it will go before the board next week. That is a new A through F school report card, one that is going to measure what matters for students, one that is easy for parents to understand, but also has value and meaning for school districts. So for the first time, we're going to be measuring growth of individual students so that that work can really be appreciated. We want want also the work of schools to be understood in context so that those who look at a school report card see many different indicators, understand the kind of work that is going on with students, maybe with English language learners, as well as a high level of students with economic disadvantage that come with additional need for support, and yet they are doing great things. And so we will put that in context. We're working with a group of members of a task force that come from all across the state, as well as those who have their PhD in measurement, so that we can make sure that we have a valid, reliable, and meaningful system that the public has confidence in and will use. But we also like, and this is just something I like to do, bring people on this full spectrum, on opposite views, together, sitting at the same table, having conversation at the same time. I think that's how we make the best use of our time and resources and get the job done.
And when does that come out? What did you say?
That'll go to our State Board of Education for approval December the 15th, and we will be posting that online for the public to see this week.
Okay, that leads me into our final question. We are running out of time, but Katie wants to know, why must students on individualized education programs take the same state-mandated exams as on-level students without any accommodations? She says, how is that fair?
Well, you know, this is also something that is very important, that we follow the IEP, the Special Education Individual Education Plan. For 19 years, I was a parent advocate on those IEP meetings, and I certainly want what is best for students. We need to follow the plan, and then we also have to balance that with federal regulations that are new to our state, and that do make some restrictions there.
Okay, State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister, always a pleasure having you on.
Thank you.
Clearly, we had a lot of viewers that are very passionate about this. And if anybody at home is watching, you have questions, concerns, your next town hall meeting tonight at Yukon High?
That's right, Yukon High School. Come out tonight.
Okay, at 6 o'clock. Thank you so much for your time.